This is Hereward the Woke, fighting on the second front line in the culture wars against far-right libertarians. So what have our papers allowed you to read this week? Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins had 10 different drugs in his system, including heroin, marijuana, antidepressants, and opioids. When he died, opioids. That's opioids. When he died from an overdose in a Columbia hotel, says an early toxicology report. Taylor Hawkins had 10 different drugs. What did he think he was? A piece of KFC fried chicken? According to the Daily Telegraph, anti-vaxxers are starting new lives in exclusive tropical communes. So the West has managed to get rid of our lepers then. There's plenty of tropical diseases out there they can refuse to have vaccines for. That will keep the silly buggers busy, won't it? But can you get vaccines for parasites? Well, these tropical countries are going to need them, aren't they? The new chairman of Ofcom and critic of woke warriors, Lord Michael Grade, praised Lawrence Fox this week. Lovely Lord Grade. Who knew he was a Nazi headbanger? I didn't. He's the first and only person in the UK to praise Lawrence Fox, who plans to play Hitler in the new Batman film. So Grade is in charge of the press, and I bet the National Front press are breathing a sigh of relief. We social people, on the other hand, are going to have to wear a mask because of the stink. The newspapers were full of nothing else. Will Smith hits Chris Rock on Oscar stage. I've heard Will Smith is going to be at the Golden Globes, presented by Ricky Gervais. I think the Chris Rock slap was just a warm-up. Say something about the kids, Ricky. Wham bam, thank you man, smug bastard right hook. Oh, Piers has got an opinion about everything, hasn't he? Piers Morgan slammed Will Smith as he called the Oscars punch the ugliest moment in history. Well, wait till he punches Ricky Gervais in 2023, mate. Or perhaps Gordon Ramsay in 2024. Uglier moments in history, yes. Metro News wrote, boomers create more carbon emissions than any other age group. A study finds. Well, if you think about it, those cremations aren't energy efficient, are they? I hope they use smokeless fuel. And why aren't we getting any electricity from burning baby boomers? If not, why not? Brexit Britain detained a £38 million super yacht owned by a Russian businessman that had docked in London's Canary Wharf this week as part of the UK's Russian sanctions. But turns out it wasn't owned by anyone on the sanctions list. Nice try, Boris. We still don't believe you're doing anything to stop Russia, though. But wait, we're going to stop using Russian oil next year, aren't we? Boris probably thinks it will all be over by then, doesn't he? Wonder if Boris is issuing visas so Russian oligarchs can escape Russia. I don't know, but he would if he could, wouldn't he? Daniela Westbrook almost crashed a car after spotting a dead body at the side of a road. However, it simply appeared to be a scarecrow stuffed with hay and grass and was missing the bottom half completely. Was Daniela dressed in black? She usually is. She's quite scary. That's probably what killed the bloody scarecrow. So the scarecrow was stuffed with hay and grass, and Daniela was stuffed full of cocaine. The scarecrow was missing the bottom half of its body completely, whilst Daniela was missing the bottom half of her nose. Scary. This week, Education Minister Nadeem Zahawi said children aren't snowflakes, so let them read books with the N-word. These ministers, where do we fucking get them from? Is there a conveyor belt at National Front HQ or something? Zahawi is a Muslim. With the amount of prejudice his community gets, you'd think he'd try and stop kids being racist, not bloody encouraging it. And there was not a word of criticism from the National Front British press. Not one paper mentioned it. Still, the National Front just love being racist, don't they? Ideal. Whilst a few days earlier, in a school's white paper, Zahawi said he wanted to bring competence to the DFE as new education plans were launched. So, calling black people niggers is an example of competence, is it? Well, kids, don't expect a good education from this lot. You're fucked. Apparently, we're the 5th richest country in the world. Yet we have kids going to school hungry. And we are over £2 trillion in debt. And currently owe more than the value of everything in the country. If you give some crooks the keys to your safe, what do you bloody expect? Don't be stupid. You're working for the people who wanted to welcome Hitler into the UK in 1939. People of Britain, wake up. You need to win the culture wars or you'll freeze to death or die of hunger in your terraced houses. And there won't be enough fuel to burn your rotting Tory voting corpses. This has been Hereward the Woke. It's not all bad, is it? Wait a minute. Yes, it is. See you all next week, tucked up nice and warm in your nuclear bunkers.